I'm Matt Sorum, drummer, and you probably know me from bands like Guns N' Roses, Velvet Revolver, The Cult. But now I'm honored and privileged to be in a band with Mr. Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. There's a lot of shuffles going on, a lot of shuffling. It's been a re-education of the shuffle for me. And the traditional Texas shuffle, if you will. I think it's a very underappreciated art form. And maybe a little bit overlooked because the simplicity and the depth of it is, well, I hear that, sounds simple, but the idea of that particular shuffle is to really swing it, and there's an art form to it. Like guys like Chris Layton, and was great. I mean, I played with Billy a lot over the years, but it's been a really great, challenging thing for me to kind of morph into a different guy a little bit. And I think that's why I've had a good career as a drummer that's moved around a lot. I've gone all the way to Motorhead, and I played the heaviest of rock to this, which is, as soon as he called me, I was, number one, I was honored. Number two, I was like, okay, this is another challenge. And there's something that happens to you when you sit into that groove and you're playing with a great guitar player like Billy, and where the pocket feels more on the backside, and the way the music swings. And your traditional shuffle, right? 4 on the floor. The difference with the Texas shuffle is both hands are doing the same thing, but you want to go from the shoulder, if you will, and then accent on the backside of the cymbal. And so while you're doing the shuffle with your left hand, the accents will be in the same, on the 2 and the 4, really, okay? So. Simple as that, but as you see, the swing is coming. And then just quarter notes on the kick drum. That kind of a vibe really is basically what I do on this gig, and then bring that to the hat. And if you listen to a lot of 70s drummers, there was always an element of swing in that. So, it was a triplet feel in general, and a lot of drummers got away from that, probably in the early 90s, like when I did some of the records with Guns N' Roses. Things that changed for me were probably putting rudiments into the drum kit. Like, I grew up in marching band, so when I decided, I was gonna be a kit drummer, initially, triplet was something I added, but then when I was able to bring elements of things like paradiddles into the mix is when things got interesting, So, basically. Right? So that kind of thing. Got a special drum kit for this tour. Mr. Billy Gibbons likes silver sparkle. He requested silver sparkle. So I called my friends at Gretsch, and I got this beautiful set of Broadkasters in silver sparkle. When I thought about Billy Gibbons, I just thought, cool, he's cool. So the drums gotta be cool too. We went straight to the round badge Broadkasters. 24-inch kick drum. If you can tell, I did a traditional logo style. That's Matt Sorum, or as Billy Idol calls me, Max Scrotum. Basically, 13-inch rack, 16 and 18-inch floor toms, and back there I got a really fat sounding snare. It's the USA version of the Bell Brass for Gretsch. Great drum. It can really fatten up, but it's got some nice crack to it. But it's got a lot of depth. It felt right for this gig, And then I called my great friends at Zildjian, who I've been with now for 30 years. I've been with Zildjian since I signed with them with the Cult in 1988. And they just came out with a great set of Ks called the Sweet Ks. It's a little bit brighter than the regular traditional K, and it's got a little bit more treble on top. So I chose the 23 K Sweet Ride, and then I got 18, 19 Sweet Rides. And in the back, I'm using a Constantinople. The hats are huge. They're 16s. That's a whole couple steps up from a 14. I went big because Billy likes like wide hi-hats. Because if you think about a three-piece band, you know, you think, oh, that could get empty, right? Or there's not enough going on. So we try to fill that space with wider cymbals. So I went bigger on all the cymbals, more width, if you will. Got some timbales back there by LP, who I've been with since about 1990. When I joined Guns N' Roses, there was parts of the show I needed a cowbell. For a lot of Guns N' Roses songs, use the cowbell. It's very important. Go, go, go. And if you do the research, drummers, on your cowbell, this is a really true, important fact. There's something subliminal about the cowbell that says, hit song. Mississippi Queen, American band, welcome to the jungle. There's something going on there with the cowbell. So, you know, tambourines, cowbells, they're very important. And we never forget about them. On this gig, no cowbell.